On this week's episode of the 262 Fishing Friday Forum, it's Black Friday, so we're talking about the Black Max. Before we dive into the video, don't forget we're at the very end of No Shave November. This is the last video for me for November, and I'm raising money for the American Heart Association because heart disease is the #1 killer of men. And so to raise money for the American Heart Association and to raise awareness for men's health, I'm doing a donation based on new subscribers, thumbs up for my videos, total views, and view minutes. The more of all of those that my videos get in the month of November, the more I donate to the American Heart Association. So if you're not already, hit the red button down below to subscribe, thumbs up the videos, watch all the videos, and watch them for a long time because that goes for a bigger donation for the American Heart Association. This is a video I've been thinking about doing for a while, and I've kind of put it off because I was getting ready to transition to ice season. But those of you in southeastern Wisconsin or even north of here know ice isn't really coming anytime soon. So I thought, to heck with it, why not go forward with it? I'm going to talk to you guys about this reel, the Abu Garcia Black Max. Now, this is not meant to be like a super in-depth review about the type of brakes that it has or the gear ratios or the bearings or anything like that. Number one, that's not the point of this video, but number two, there are much better videos out there made by other YouTubers that can do a much better job explaining it than I can. What this video is meant to be is my thoughts and opinions on the Abu Garcia Black Max after 3 years of use. So I'm going to break this down to 3 different categories: usability, castability, and durability. And we'll start with usability, and what I mean by that is how easy is it to just pick it up and start casting, because this is actually one of the first bait casters I ever owned. I've had this bait caster for about 3 years, and it was when I was starting to learn. I had a couple other really cheap clearance Gander mountain bait casters, but this is the first, I'll say, real bait caster if you don't consider the Gander mountains real. They are real, they work, but when you think about bait casters, you usually think about more than just a big box company that went out of business. But I wanted something that I could just pick up, take out of the box, spool up, and just learn how to use. I was a beginner when it came to bait casters, and I didn't want to worry about what kind of brakes or, how to do all these fancy things. I just wanted to be able to set it, forget it, and go. This was a phenomenal bait caster for me to learn on. It's super simple to use. The brakes right here, you just turn a dial. They click, which is kind of nice. Some of them have numbers, but obviously this one doesn't. So you just go from minimum to maximum. And then the spool tension, it doesn't click. I know some people like the clicks, but I found it to be pretty darn solid. I have it set pretty tight right here. But to be able to just pick this up, spool it up, and start practicing with it, it was super user friendly, super simple to use, and I learned how to cast with it, which takes us into the next section, which is castability. Alright, so after I got comfortable learning how to actually cast a bait caster, I started playing around with different options: lighter lures, heavier lures, long cast, flipping and pitching. And what I found is this bait caster is a phenomenal bait caster for being versatile. I found that I could throw fairly light lures, which is hard to do with the bait caster, but I could also tie on a 1/2 ounce or a 3/4 ounce lure and just absolutely launch lures. I could bomb them halfway across the lake with this thing. I have 35-pound braid on here, which probably helps quite a bit, but I was able to do a wide variety. I was able to flip and pitch with it. I was able to do long casts. I was able to do shorter, accurate casts with it. And so I found this to be an incredibly versatile lure when it came to castability. And lastly, durability. Like I said, I've been using this bait caster. It's been my #1 go-to bait caster now for about 3 years. It's been dragged through the mud. It's gotten sand in it. I went through cattails and it was just absolutely covered in pollen. I have not taken this apart and cleaned it or lubed it once, and it still functions like an absolute champion. The durability on this thing is phenomenal. It's got 3-year-old braid on it, which that needs to be replaced, but the reel itself has been an absolute champ. I wouldn't change a thing on it, and to be honest, if I tried to take this thing apart to lube it up and clean it, I probably wouldn't be able to figure it out how to put it back together, because that's just not how my mind works. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it, and there's nothing broke about this 3-year-old Black Max. Alright, so that's just a quick rundown of what I think about this baitcaster. Again, not a super in-depth. Maybe I'll take the time, I probably should, to learn more about how the different brake systems work with magnetic versus centrifugal braking and get really in-depth into it so I can bring you guys better reviews. But number one, I don't have a ton of different types of baitcasters, so this isn't a best of, and I don't have a ton to play around with to learn hands-on. But number two, there are better YouTubers out there that actually do a good job, and so rather than trying to take views away from them and do probably not the best job with it, just go over to those channels, do a quick search, you know, Black Max review or something like that. You'll find some great videos on there. Alright, so real quick, I did mention early that this is one of the first baitcasters I ever got. I don't know if this would ever be the best beginner baitcaster, but for me, it's a great beginner baitcaster because it was easy to learn on, it's simple to use, it's simple to understand. You can throw a wide variety of lures, different weights, different styles of cast, and it's durable as heck. But because I don't have a ton of experience with the wide variety of baitcasters, I can't really say if this is the best, but I'll tell you this, at my local fleet farm, this baitcaster comes on a 6'6" medium rod, also made by Abu Garcia, and it's $75 for the combo. And if you upgrade and put the same reel on the combo that comes on an ugly stick, it's like $125. I throw this on a Berkeley, I think it's a birchwood or a firewood or a redwood or something like that, but it's a 7-foot medium heavy rod. And with that rod, I can really load it up and launch it. You gotta be careful with those medium rods not to overload it, and when you whip it out there, you run the risk of a backlash. But I throw it on a 7-foot medium heavy. I found it to be an awesome combo, and if you've seen the rod, you know that the color matches pretty nicely too. So again, I don't know if this is the best beginner rod and reel combo or the best beginner baitcaster, but it is a phenomenal choice, especially at a good price point. Alright, so that's the end of this video talking about the Abu Garcia Black Max. If you want to see more of these reel reviews, let me know. I don't have a ton of other brands of reels to do this on, and I don't have an unlimited budget to just go out and be buying $100 reels, $50 reels, $200 reels all the time. However, if this is something that you enjoyed, let me know down in the comments section, and it's something I'll try and do more often. But of course, this is an open water technique, and despite the warm weather we're having right now, we are still getting ready for ice season, and I have some more ice videos coming up as we get ready for the ice to actually form out on the water. So make sure you're subscribed below to check those videos out when they come. I release a fishing video every Tuesday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I call them 262 Tuesdays. And of course, the 262 Fishing Friday forum, which you're watching right now. If you haven't already, again, subscribe, thumbs up the video, watch it a lot, watch it for a long time, and let's get that last push for the donation for the American Heart Association for No Shave November. And as always, folks, remember, it doesn't matter if you go around the world or go around the corner, just as long as you go fishing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the water.